Shalom everyone, this is Ike and welcome to Hebrew Israelite Awakenings. Today I decided to do a quick video, and I hope the video is quick, on polygamy. Now I want to do a full-length Bible study breakdown of polygamy, but because this channel is shadow banned, because the way I have to edit these videos to put the scriptures in and everything, it's gonna take too much time. I really don't feel like putting that much effort in this video. I just want to get up and rolling. I just want to do something. Just want to film a video. So I want to talk about polygamy. Now I have a full Bible study on polygamy. The link will be in the description box of this video. So if you want to read scriptures that I'm going to refer to in this video, if you want to read those scriptures, those actual scriptures, click on the link in the description box and it should take you to my Facebook Bible study page where you can view all of my Bible study content. But without further ado, let's get into this conversation about polygamy. Now, the reason I want to talk about polygamy is because I keep seeing in Hebrew Israelite groups this topic come up, and women trying to trash the idea of polygamy, saying, oh, I can't share my man, I would never do this, this is a sin, it's unbiblical. All these things that they're saying, most of it is lies. Well, I would say 95% of the things that women have been saying about polygamy in these Black Hebrew Israelite groups on Facebook are lies. And they're lies because they're trying to portray polygamy as a sin, and polygamy is not a sin. And every time I see the conversation come up, it's some woman trying to get the debate started, trying to get people to agree with her that polygamy is wrong. And I'm trying to figure out, how is polygamy wrong? Number one, it's marriage. It's a man that marries more than one woman. You may have one wife and decide to get a second wife. That's not wrong. They're married. Fornication is wrong. What you've been practicing for the majority of your life, having sex outside of marriage, that's wrong. But a man marrying more than one woman, if they're marrying, that's not wrong. That's called marriage. That's lawful in the Bible. Right? Abraham had a wife named Sarah. Abraham took on another wife. Her name was Hagar. They had sex. They created Ishmael. Right? You had Jacob. Jacob had Leah and Rachel. 2 wives. Then those 2 wives gave him their handmaids to marry, which produced all the 12 tribes, the 12 sons of children of Israel. So Jacob had 4 wives. Abraham had 2 wives. King David had 7 wives. And the list goes on and on. There are several other Israelites in the Bible that had more than one wife. The common number was 2. The kings had around 6 and 7, and what we know about King Solomon, he had way too many. But this is the point. This is what I want to talk about. In today's time, should a man and a woman practice polygamy today, living in today's time, in today's era? If they're doing it for sexual reasons, no. A man today shouldn't enter into a polygamous marriage for sexual reasons, to fulfill his sexual urges. And I hear people say they're doing it for kingdom building. They're trying to have all these kids. And in today's economy, having a lot of kids ain't that smart unless you already have money and you can already financially take care of these kids that you're having, where you won't be struggling to provide for the children that you're going to have with multiple women. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a perfectly logical way I see polygamy working for a lot of people, even for myself. And that is, me and my wife, we're in the truth. We're living right according to God's word. We're trying to live comfortably. We need some extra income. Another woman, she's single, she's in the truth, she wants a husband. My wife knows this woman, they're friends. They see us being able to work together. My wife doesn't mind me loving another woman. She's not selfish with her husband's love. I mean, if she's capable of being able to love me and love her children and love her mama and her brothers and her uncles and love everybody else, I think I'm capable of loving my wife, my kids, my brothers, my sisters, and my another woman as well. I mean, my love is not limited to where I can only love one woman and not another woman. I mean, why your brain is so shallow in thinking that a man can only love one woman, when sometimes when you enter into these relationships with women, these women already have children by multiple men that they're not even in relationships with. So if a woman can have a relationship with a man, she's in love with this man, they have a child together, and this man leave her and he takes a piece of her with him, and but she gets with another man and she has a child with him, and she's having these children by different men, and she still takes care of these children and she still loves them even though they belong to a man that's left her. If she's able to stay with the children whose father has abandoned her to keep his children by herself, and she's able to still love these children and not give them up for adoption, or, you know what I'm saying, the foster care system, if she's able to still love these children and take care of them, why the hell can't I love a grown woman who can take care of herself? You see what I'm saying? See, that's logical. That didn't make sense to some of you bitter women who's single, but that makes sense to a lot of logical people. Me loving another woman, a grown woman who's probably already take care of herself. Y'all forget that y'all already independent, working, take care of yourself, provide for yourself, got degrees, then went to college and went to school and all this kind of stuff. You forgot that? So why when you get married, you under this illusion that once you get married to your husband supposed to be financially responsible for you and you ain't supposed to work no more? Please show me that scripture. I'll tell you a secret. It's not in there. I'll tell you another secret. Women work in the Bible. And I have a Bible study on that too. Women work in the Bible. What was Rebecca doing when she got found to be Isaac's wife? She was working. She was feeding the animals. What was Moses' wife doing when he found her? She was working, doing chores, feeding the animals, taking care of the livestock. Women worked. Women had jobs. Women contribute to the economic structure of the household. They took care of the flock because they traded flock. We know we sold flock and cattle back then. That was our commerce. You know, when a man wanted a wife and he wanted a dowry, he would trade. I want that woman there. I'll give you 6 camels and a lamb and a bull for her. That was commerce. Women sheared the sheep and they made clothes for men. We sold those clothes. Women worked. They made clothes. They cooked. They planted vineyards. They took care of the cattle and the livestock. We all worked. We all pitched in. We all had jobs. The man would go out and chop the tree. The man would go and kill the beast and bring the flesh to the woman so she could, chop it up and get the blood out and cook it and stuff. We all worked. The man would cut the tree and chop down the boughs. They would make the strings of it and use that to knit in the sides and all that stuff. There was a lot of stuff that we did together as a family. We all worked together. It wasn't the man going out there working, busting his behind while the woman stayed at home and just fiddled around and did nothing. And we also had servants too. You know that the children of Israel had servants as well, right? Slaves, or whatever you want to call it. We had servants too. So not only did we work, not only did our women work, but we also had servants that also helped us around the house. That when we say servants, we mean employees. When we say slaves, we mean, a slave worked for free. But a lot of our slaves were people who owed us debt, and they was working off their debt. So they were slaves in that term. They were working off the debt, right? You said you was gonna pay us back. We gave you this. You said you was gonna pay us back. You can't pay us back. So you're gonna work for us for a year and a half doing this hard labor, and that's gonna pay off what you owe us. That's how we did. That's how we handled people with slaves. That's how a person became a slave to us. They was paying back their debt. You see what I'm saying? Or we went and we conquered the land and we snatched up some Canaanites or some Hittites or some Moabites and we made them our slaves because we conquered the land, we took the people and we made them our slaves so to spare their life. That happened in the Bible too. But I don't want to digress. I don't want to go too far into that. We're talking about polygamy. We're talking about the logical reason of why a man would want 2 wives. A logical reason is financial stability. Homeschool. I could have a nice job. My wife could have a nice job. We have a child. We don't want our child going to public school. There's another woman. She's in the truth. She wants a husband. There's not a lot of good men out there. She said, I'm a good man. My wife agrees that she could be a good fit with us. It ain't about sex. It's about love. It's about keeping the Most High's commandments. It's about everybody pitching in and us living a comfortable lifestyle together without having to struggle you know what I'm saying, and have to send our children out there into the world and learn the stuff of the devil when we could teach our children the commandments, how to read, how to add, agriculture, all that stuff at our own house. You see what I'm saying? And let me drop this nugget on you. For those of you who think that, and don't get me wrong, there are brothers who are abusing this. There are brothers and sisters who are abusing this, right? They got some brothers that think, man, we had multiple wives in the Bible. I want multiple wives too, and we could be having all kind of. He may be some brothers that are doing this for the wrong reasons, and they go to hell for that. You see what I'm saying? But let me drop a nugget for you. In the Bible, in Leviticus chapter 15, when it talks about the laws dealing with sex and sexual discharges and orgasms and this and that, a man can only have sex with one woman on one day. They couldn't have sex more than once in the same day, because after a man had sex with a woman and he had an orgasm, him and his wife was unclean until the evening of the next day. So a man can have sex with more than one woman, because once he has sex with his wife, the first wife, he can't have sex again for the rest of that day. So you're not having sex with multiple women in the same day. You're not having sex with both your wives in the same day, because when you have sex with the one wife, then you're unclean until the evening. That's in the Bible. Should I get it? No, it's in the description box. You got to read. I have it. I have that one at the top. The law I'm talking about right now, I'll have that. That will be the first one. I have that law. This is the first one. About if a man has sex with a woman and he has an orgasm in her, then they become unclean until the evening, which is the next day. That'll be the first one. And then underneath that, I have the Bible study where I have all the scriptures about all the children of Israel who practice polygamy outside of Abraham, outside of Jacob, outside of King David. Well, no, I have King David in it, because King David had 7 wives. A lot of people didn't know about King David. But outside of Solomon, because everybody will talk about Solomon. Oh, Solomon had 300 concubines and 700 wives. Oh, Solomon was evil. And da. That was Solomon. That was Solomon. 700 wives and 300 concubines. That's ridiculous. You see what I'm saying? That he broke the law. That law y'all like to quote, I think is in Deuteronomy about a man should not multiply wives. Well, that's talking about a king. King Solomon broke that, because that was talking to a king. A king should not multiply wives. A king should not have too many wives. And Solomon broke that. He went way above and beyond with that one. And then another nugget I'll throw you. A concubine. A lot of people don't know what a concubine was and what a concubine is. So I'm going to explain to you what a concubine was and a concubine is in the Bible. A concubine was a wife. It's a woman that a man married, but she was not an Israelite woman. She was of another nation. So she was a wife, but she was like an illegal wife, because God, the Most High, didn't want us to marry outside of our ethnicity. He didn't want us marrying outside of our tribes and stuff. So if you married a woman who was not of your tribe, who was not of your ethnicity, that woman was considered a concubine and not a wife. A daughter of Israel, that's your wife because she's of the chosen people. She's the woman that the righteous seed is supposed to pass through to create more seeds of the children of Israel. That's your wife. The woman that you had over here, this concubine woman that you married, the seed that you have with her is going to be a mamzar because she is not of your people. So that's the difference between a wife and a concubine. A concubine was a woman that you was not supposed to marry. Could be of another nation, and I just use it for today's terminology, a woman who's not of your faith, that's not in the truth. Right? Why would you marry a woman that's not in the truth? You go create a mamzar with that. You in the truth, and you marrying a Catholic. This woman believes that she can say Hail Marys 3 times and confess her sins to the Father in some church and do all this, all that foolishness. She believes in that, and you believe in keeping the commandments and all the stuff that she don't believe you believe, and you getting together with somebody like that, that's dumb. That woman would be considered a concubine. Your wife is a woman that's in the truth, that's looking for you, that's waiting for a husband of the Most High. Oh, and the reason I got this hat on is because my head not good. That's it. But yeah, so there are people abusing polygamy. There are people that just trying to marry all these women and have sex with them and then throw them out when the women don't like this or don't like that or whatever. They got that going on. But then at the same time, those women should have knew better. Like you gotta be led by the Spirit and not be led by the flesh. I never marry a woman because I need sex. I'm not marrying a woman for sex. I'm looking for a wife that keeps the commandments of Yah, that we may keep the commandments of Yah together. That she'll help me in my shortcomings and I help her in her shortcomings. I'm marrying a woman so I can strengthen my faith and my walk with the Most High. I'm already strong, but a woman that's in the truth will make me be stronger, and I will make her be stronger. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting married for. I'm not getting married to curb my sexual urges or just to have children, because I don't even want to have children unless I'm financially straight. Now, and at the same time, I really don't want to have children here because I want my children having to go to school and learn that they biologically a boy, but what you biologically born as don't mean jack. It's what you think you are. I don't want my child learning that. I would rather homeschool my child, right? And we might need a second wife for that. So I'm open-minded to polygamy, because my polygamy ain't about sex. My polygamy ain't about orgies. I know the law. I know I can't have sex with more than one woman in the same day. And I also know the law to know that when you marry one woman and you marry another woman, that's not adultery. That's called marriage, goofball. And I know that sex ain't marriage. Having sex with a woman is not the marriage. The marriage is a contract. The marriage is an agreement. That takes place before the sex. Because sex equals pregnancy, right? Sex is for procreation, not recreation. So I'm not trying to have sex with a woman I'm not trying to have a baby with. So I don't just have sex with women because they're attractive or because they're pretty or because I feel horny. And I'm not having sex with a woman because of that. The only reason I will have sex with a woman is because I try to have a baby. I have self-control. And a lot of you people need to get self-control. And stop having sex if it's not for the purpose of procreation, because that's why you're using condoms. That's what condoms and birth control is for. That's so you can have sex and not impregnate the woman you're having sex with. That's what condoms and birth control and all that stuff is for. And pulling out and all this kind of foolishness. That's so you don't impregnate the woman you're having sex with. Which means that sex was created for procreation. You having sex for the wrong reason, dumb beep. You having sex to fulfill your sexual urges and to have an orgasm, but the orgasm is to shoot out millions of seeds to impregnate this woman. And the woman's orgasm is self-lubricating for the penetration of the penis so it won't rupture her vagina. See, y'all need real sex ed. Now, I had these videos, y'all. I had these videos on my other channel that YouTube deleted. You know what I'm saying? I had these videos, y'all. I had videos breaking down the purpose of sex. I had videos about marriage. I had all these videos. They deleted them. They terminated my other account. And this account is shadow banned. Look at my videos. Look at the views. Videos with me featuring my face don't get no views. Videos with other people, they get views. On my channel. I'm shadow banned. That's why y'all don't see too many of my videos. But that's today's video. I'm about to go ahead and wrap this up. As a matter of fact, you will see me with this same shirt on because I'm about to do another video. Oh Lord. But we're gonna change the topic. But thank y'all for tuning in. Share this video. Leave a comment. Tell me what your thoughts are. I know there gonna be women that watch this and be like, oh, this brother, you just lusting. It didn't make no sense at all. It's a sin. There's no scripture in the Bible that says polygamy is a sin. If polygamy is a sin, then you're accusing Abraham of sin. You're accusing Jacob of sin. You're accusing David of sin. You're accusing all the children of Israel who practice polygamy as sinners. And God never accused that as being a sin. There's even a law about polygamy in the Bible. There's two laws about polygamy in the Bible. So for those of you who are saying that polygamy is a sin, you're stupid, you're dumb, you're ignorant, you need to shut the hell up, you need to stop teaching, don't ever post that nonsense again, keep your mouth shut because you don't know what you're talking about. And I'm dead serious. Shut up. Stop talking, because the one thing I hate is when I'm in these comment sections and I'm seeing people post this stuff and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. They don't know the scriptures. And they quoting scriptures from the New Testament telling us the deacon should be the husband of one wife. First of all, this is a translation from the Greek, from the Septuagint that was translated into English. Number one. Number two, that's basically saying, the real interpretation of the verse is basically saying a deacon, a man who's going to be over the congregation, should be a married man. He should have a wife. That's how it's supposed to read. A deacon should have a wife. It don't say he should have just one wife. And the way it's translated says he should be the husband of one wife. But that is just saying that he should have a wife. He can have more than one wife. It don't say he should be the husband of multiple wives. It don't say that. It's basically just saying that he should have a wife. He should be a married man. That way he can deal with people who are married. They have problems. Him and his wife can deal with the people. The woman with the women and the man with the men. The man with the men. Because women dealt with women issues and the men dealt with men issues in the church. So they wanted the deacon to have a wife. That's all it's saying. And if he had more than one wife, then that's okay, because polygamy is allowed in Hebrew community. It was practiced in our religion and in Islam and in other countries in Africa. That is legal in black continental countries. That was a normal practice in our countries and according to our religions. You let the Edomite come over here and tell you that you can't practice it no more, and now you trying to bash it and destroy it and do all this kind of foolishness with them. But guess what? White Mormons in America practice polygamy. But that's going to be the end of the video. This video went way over the amount of time I wanted to go over. I hope I said what all I needed to say. I'm going to do another video, and the next one will have all the scriptures in it that I'm going to post in the description box. Or maybe I won't. Maybe this is good enough. I don't know. It depends on the feedback I get. But until next time, everyone, peace and shalom.